Hi, I'm Alan Ross. I'm the managing editor of APC Media, or APC Technology Productions, Transformer Technology, Power Systems Technology. We are here at the RE Plus 2023 event in Las Vegas. This thing is huge. It seems like the battery storage people have come here. So we've got wind, solar, battery storage, and everything in between. But hope you enjoy these interviews. I love interviewing the technology of the future, and enjoy. My next guest is Emily Hwang. I got it right?
Yep.
I got the H and everything. She is the Director of Applications Engineering at Yaskawa. We're going to talk about Yaskawa in a minute, but before we get there, I want to talk to you about, how long have you been in the industry, first of all?
Since 2007.
Long enough to see a lot of change.
There have been a lot of
changes. So talk a little bit about your perspective of what you see in the overall industry, particularly the solar industry. What have you seen in your, we're at a different scale here than we were even last year. What have you seen in the industry? Challenges, opportunities, those kinds of things.
So what do I see in the industry? So I think the industry has really grown, as you said, and it's changed a lot. What I'm seeing now is there's a lot more connectivity between devices. So solar has become part of the IoT system of things. Yeah. And there has been a huge push towards a little bit more of a reliable, secure inverter or space for solar.
Yeah. What's the next set of challenges you think we have to face? Just managing scale, or are there new challenges that we're beginning to face?
Labor.
Labor is a challenge.
Definitely with cybersecurity, you definitely have a lot of labor issues. We don't have enough people in our industry right now focusing on cybersecurity. We don't have enough. Definitely, just labor in general. The way that we're growing, everyone's looking for people at this moment. It's a great place to be.
Yeah. The other thing, integration. And when we were talking, you talked about integrate. There's a lot of technology that are different. There is no one size, one standard that everybody does. So we have to integrate a lot of different, and as an applications engineer, that's your nightmare. I mean, you've got to figure out how to do a lot of integration of technology for customers and for your products in the marketplace. But when you look at from your unique perspective as an applications engineer, and I say the challenges, the struggle is about integrating a lot of technologies. What are you seeing in that area?
So what am I seeing in
integrating a whole bunch of different disparate technologies?
That happens a lot. Like, for instance, if you're talking about storage right now. Right. So you have to be integrating like the storage subsystems and the plant controllers and then DC controllers. So like you have a lot of different companies coming together and a lot of non-uniform, non-standardized systems going up right now because there are different types of uses for these systems.
Collaboration is probably one of the, if somebody were to say to me, what do you think is going to make it really scale? It's going to be collaboration, making sure that, different companies like your company is collaborative with a lot of different, or nobody's going to have one size fits all. Even the GEs of the world and the Siemens of the world, they'd love to have one size fits all. Guess what they're realizing? It doesn't work that way. This is not like generation was in the past. It's different. Solar is unique in the fact that not only depending upon the sun, but solar is unique in the fact that if we don't capture it when the sun is shining, it's gone forever, right? So the next big thing, and I think you mentioned it, is the battery storage systems. How does Yaskawa work in that area? Where do you work? The battery as it's going into the house, or going into the grid, or from the solar to the battery?
So we actually offer DC and AC coupled storage solutions. And so what that means is that we can actually help our customers be a one-stop shop, right? So they're going to be coming to us, they're going to be working with different manufacturers, different vendors, but we're going to be
You're the integrator.
Exactly,
Systems integrator
for them.
Right.
So that's how that works.
Okay. As an applications engineer and the director of applications engineering, You've got to have a bunch of engineers that work. Are you a bespoke solution for or are you trying to standardize things? Are you custom for every customer, or are you trying to standardize things so that it makes it simpler, more efficient, easier for them?
Our ideal situation is to get to standardization, but as I said, there's so many different use cases for these kind of systems that it's really hard to standardize right now. So the more projects we have, the more experience we're going to have, and the better off we're going to be in the future to standardize. But right now, it's really hard to standardize on how a project's going to come together. So it is the goal. Yeah.
So Yaskawa, sell me, I'm a customer. What's your value proposition for why I should use Yaskawa?
Well, if you're interested in 10% more on the ITC tax credits, then we are, the longest standing, largest solar PV manufacturer for the commercial and utility scale operations.
So you'll help me get more money, and you'll reduce my cost, and
we'll increase your American content in your solar PV.
No, that's excellent. Women in Power Systems. We publish a community called Women in Power Systems. You're unique in the fact that you're an applications engineer and you're a woman and you're in power systems, so you kind of nail it all together. Talk to me a little bit about why you got into the industry, what is it that drew you into it, and talk to the next generation of young women who think it's a male-dominated industry, because men are not holding women back. It is wide open, and make a case for why they ought to join the power industry at any level. We're talking about whether it's your company or 1,000 other companies.
It's a lot of fun. The power systems industry is a lot of fun, and I think anyone, not just women, should be interested in it because it's growing. There are so many jobs right now available, and if that's where their interests are, they should pursue that.
Yeah.
The way that I got into it is that I was very interested initially in electrical engineering, robotics, and then I started focusing on communication systems. It was everywhere in the electrical engineering space.
Where were you going to school?
University of Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And and I'm a huge environmentalist. So in order to work towards helping the environment and then also use my electrical engineering background, power systems and PV seemed like the perfect fit.
Yeah, that's one of the other things about our industry. We're doing some good things. I mean, we're decarbonizing the planet probably better than anybody, right? A lot of people are talking about it. It's actually happening in the solar industry and wind. The whole renewables is really, really happening. So not only is it fun, you're making a difference. And the next generation, your generation and even younger, they want to know they're making a difference. This is a place to come and make a difference, right? Women in Power Systems is also very unique in that we are, the bigger companies are now really poaching. They're taking you will be poached. You're of the age that people are going to come looking for you. And one of the things we encourage is don't poach, create. Start like here and bring them up into the system and grow your own. Quit trying to steal from other people, because that's very it's counterproductive for the industry as a whole. Maybe good for one company, all it does is bid up the price. What I've also found is women aren't poachable as easy as men for some reason. Women have a tendency to look at a career and look much longer term than most men. So it makes it harder to poach them, because it's like, why would I come to you for 10% more money? What is the real reason I should come to you is 10% more purpose, which I really, our Women in Power Systems group, we have an advisory group for them. They all seem to have that in common. They seem to have a real desire to make change and to bring about change in their industry, in their marketplace, and we love that. So thank you for being part of Women in Power. See, you're automatically part of WPS, Women in Power Systems, by being a woman and being in power systems. But I also appreciate your technical
Thanks for having Women in Power Systems.
Okay, good. Thank you so much.